everyone, and welcome back to our last day of Lighthouse lessons. I'm sad it's all coming to a close, but let's end our time together with a bang. So, let's review. On day 1, we learned that God is great. He is our creator and he never changes. He is the one true God, and we want to learn more about him so that we can live with him forever. On day 2, we learned that God is Almighty. That's right. Do you remember the 3 O's we learned about yesterday? Awesome. Yes. Omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. We serve an all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-present God. That's great. I think we're ready to move on to our last God is statement. Drum roll, please. Today we're learning that God is trustworthy. Let's dive right in. Have you ever heard of the story of David and Goliath? Right, it's an epic story of a battle between 2 people. A long, long time ago, the Israelites, the people chosen by God, went to war against the Philistines. The Israelites were on one side of the mountain, and the Philistines were on the other side, with a valley between them. Now, this war had been going on for a while, and the people were getting tired. One day, the Philistines sent out their best fighter, the champion, Goliath. What do you know about Goliath? Right, he was a giant, over 9 feet tall. That's almost as high as the ceiling in most buildings. He would have had to crouch down to get through a lot of doors because they're usually 7 feet tall. He came from a family with 4 other brothers, and one brother had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot. What an unusual family, right? Goliath had a helmet of bronze and a suit of armor that weighed more than 125 pounds. How much do you weigh? Can you imagine putting on armor weighing 125 pounds? He also had a javelin, that's like a spear, which was 13 feet long and over 30 pounds. That's taller than 2 of your dads stacked up on top of each other. For 40 days, Goliath tried to get someone from the Israelites to fight against him. He said that if just one person fought and killed him, then all the Philistines would be the Israelites' servants. Pretty good, huh? But if he killed the one Israelite, then all the Israelites would have to be the servants of the Philistines. Not as nice. So the Philistines trusted in this one man for their fate, since he was big and strong. All of the Israelites were really scared. Even the leader of the Israelite army, King Saul, couldn't do anything. Enter David. He was the youngest of 8 boys. That's 7 older brothers, and his 3 oldest brothers were soldiers in the Israelite army. David was only a young teenager at the time, so his dad Jesse asked David to take some food to his brothers, since they were stuck there for a really long time. When David arrived, he saw Goliath come out again and taunt the Israelites like he had been doing for the past 40 days. He was really upset because Goliath was mocking God's army and God's people. He decided that he wanted to fight Goliath since no one else was defending God's name. And everyone told him no, his brothers, other soldiers, and even King Saul himself. After all, David was just a little boy. But David told them about how God had protected him from lions and bears when he was protecting his father's sheep. David trusted and believed that God would protect him from even Goliath. Saul finally agreed and gave David all of his best armor. But the armor was too big and too heavy, and David trusted God more than any armor in the world. So, he went away to collect some stones, but most importantly, he went away to pray to God for strength and safety. And then it was time for Goliath. All of the Philistine army laughed when they saw David come out. Goliath made fun of him and tried to scare David because he was little. But David wasn't scared because he trusted in God. He knew that God is faithful and stronger than any enemy. Remember, he's omnipotent. David knew that, and he knew that God would give him his victory. So David fought in the name of the Lord and was able to slay the mighty Goliath with a single stone. Who knew? The Israelites celebrated, and the Philistine army ran away in fear. David stood strong in impossible circumstances because he trusted in the Lord, even as a young man. I hope that you can learn a lot about God and trust him whenever anything happens in life. Even when you think everything is really bad and that there's no hope, know that God knows and that he is in control. Trust God's character because he never changes. He is there for you and he will always protect you. Let's take a Bible treasure hunt to remind us of some reasons we can trust God. Who is the pirate's best friend? Right. Pirates had their trusty parrot friends, just like my friend Trusty the macaw here. They always knew that they could count on their parrots, even if they couldn't trust anyone else. Now, I want you to think of the person you trust the most. It could be a family member, a friend, a teacher, or maybe even a coach. Why do you trust that person? What makes them feel like you can trust them? Maybe they're strong and they make you feel safe. Maybe they try to always keep their promises and not to let you down. Did you know that God is the most trustworthy? That's because even the people who love us the most can let us down sometimes at some point, but God never will. He never changes and He keeps every single promise, always. And He cares for us. He wants to protect us and make us feel safe. We've been learning a lot about who God is, and all these things we've learned about God shows why we can trust Him. God never changes, so we can trust that He will always love us and keep His promises and care for us. God is everywhere, so we can trust Him because He's always with us. God is all-powerful and the only God, so we can trust Him because no one is stronger or greater than He is. Can you think of any other reasons why we can trust Him? Now, it's time to go on our treasure hunt through the Bible to find just a couple of other reasons we can trust Him. What was the mystery phrase at the end? That's right, trust in God. All 10 verses showed us we can trust God because He's near to us, all-powerful, kind, always truthful, eternal, ruler of the world, perfect, and so much more. Okay, time for our last student guide worksheet. Find your Day 5 student guide worksheet. It's in your Day 3 package. Okay, so it says, complete the maze, picking up the words as you go. Place the words in the blanks below to complete today's memory verse. Okay, today's memory verse is Proverbs 3:5-6, if you want that as reference. Okay, and let's start. Oh, we're helping David slay Goliath. Okay, so first we have Trustl. No. Okay, so the first 5 letters, we have trust. That makes sense. And we have trust in the, okay, next 4. Well, there's only one path here. So Lord. Trust in the Lord. That's what we've been learning. With all your, okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. So you have H-E, you think it's H-E-O? I don't think so either. H-E-A-R. Trust in the Lord with all your ears or heart. I think heart makes sense. So heart. Okay, and do not, 4 letters. L-E-A-N. Okay, that's easy enough. Do not lean on your own understanding. In blank, okay, so now we have to find a 3-letter word. Would it be N-W? Yeah, I don't think so. A-O-P? A-O-T? Okay, I think it's this one. A-L-L. In all your, yeah, I don't think it's E-O-I. What do you guys think? I'm gonna go straight forward. Ways. The next 4. Oh, this one's long. I don't know any words that start with O-S-K or O-S-P, do you? I'm going to go with A-C-K. And do you remember what the verse says? In all your ways, acknowledge. So I'm going to follow that path. A-C-K-N-O-W-L-E-D-G-E. So I'm going to write that in below. Acknowledge. This is where your memory verse comes into play. Okay. Acknowledge who? Acknowledge you or him? I think it's him. Acknowledge him, and who will make? He. Ooh. Either way could be he. So let's look at the next one. He will make blank. That's 1, 2. Do you think he's gonna make? Do you remember the verse? And he will make straight, right? So I'm gonna write that down here. And I'm gonna follow the one that has he straight. Okay, so this is he heart and heart will? No. So he straight. Okay. And then he will make straight your what? Your paths. So we can follow P-A-T-H. And we made it to Goliath. Awesome. Did you finish and make your way to Goliath? Okay. Let's read the verse one more time. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make straight your paths. Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Okay, let's move on to the back. Okay, so now we have a drawing challenge. I want you guys to be creative and draw what you think this verse means. It could be something about what you're trusting God in, or what you think your life will look like if you trust in God. Good luck! I can't wait to see your drawings. Time for a review game. Let's see how much you've learned in the past few days. Get out your pieces of paper from your Day 3 package, and make sure to send us the pictures so that you can have a chance to win a prize. Number 1, true or false? God changes his mind. True or false? God knows exactly how I'm feeling all the time. True or false? It surprises God when you hiccup. Number 4, which big O is this an example of? God calms a storm. Number 5, which big O is this an example of? God lives in the hearts of you and me. Number 6, which big O is this an example of? God knows what you are going to say next. And number 7, true or false? I can believe whatever I want to about God. Number 8, true or false? We can trust God. Awesome job! You guys are so smart. Time for our last memory verse. This verse is from Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Let's say it again. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Let's review everything we've learned one last time. Day 1. God is great. He is our creator and the one true God who never ever changes. Day 2. God is almighty. He is omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. Day 3. God is trustworthy. We can trust him with anything and everything because we know him and he loves us. Wow, that was amazing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this journey because I sure have. I'm so very proud of all that you've learned and miss you guys already. I'll be praying for you guys until we meet again. Let's continue to learn more about the one true God, even after you leave Mystery Island. Have an awesome rest of your summer, and bye now.